the interior five, the great offensive line. First down at the 33-yard line. And Aikman to throw. Wide out. Second down and 10 from the 33. And Aikman going deep for Irvin, who somehow makes the catch.
Superior work, though, by Irvin.
Here's Emmitt Smith's first carry of the night. And 6 at the 32-yard line. Low score early in the first quarter. And they give it to Moose Johnston, who carries 1 or 2 times a game. And this time he takes it to the 28-yard line, where it'll be third down and call it a long 2. The left side, Kevin Williams split to the right, and Aikman to throw it. Pump faking, buying time, and throws underneath. Irvin makes the first Boneyall, one of the best in the league. And he looks like the bulwark of the defensive unit. His group going to work now as the Cowboys have it for the second time. First down from the 31. Aikman, a perfect spiral to Erik.
Washington with George Kuntz, the middle linebacker.
Receiver, and before that, a backup quarterback to Billy Joe Hobart and Mark Brunell. Emmitt Smith somehow found the roadmap and takes the right route. Each of them 25 yards. Smith's longest run of the year. Aikman going deep, but a little too deep.
Watch him, 34. He breaks behind the wide receiver. Not do it without you.
On third down and 10. Aikman forced to throw it away. Good pressure that time. Dotson and Reggie White coming bursting through.
Oh, yeah, they needed that, too, because they had a man open, and Troy had to dump it off. He dumped it to save the sack. Now, Reggie White gets through the double team. There he is at the top working against Erik Williams. Bjornsson gives him a shot before he releases. And you're right, that was a large play.
Hold it. He's made one from 45. And now splits the action, and the defensive unit came up big after those back-to-back 25-yard plays. Limit Dallas to a field goal. 2:35 left in the quarter. 6-0 Dallas. Aikman from the 41-yard line. And he checks off and hits Emmitt Smith. Not a bad safety, but 2nd and 9 from the 42-yard line. Aikman goes the other way. Irvin gets open as Newsome was playing softly. 2nd and 6 from the 38-yard line in the final minute of the opening quarter. Little swing pass to Emmitt Smith.
Well, one of the great matchups tonight is going to be Reggie White against Erik Williams. Reggie White, a certain Hall of Famer. Erik Williams, one of the better tackles in the league. And the fires got fanned a little bit this week when a writer from Dallas, writing an article up in Milwaukee, said Reggie White, Betty White, it doesn't make any difference who the Packers put out there. Erik Williams is going to pound them into submission. It infuriated Reggie White. Hasn't talked to anybody all weekend, and the Packers expecting a big game from Reggie.
3rd and 2, corner blitz. The backup is in the game at tailback. And Aikman lofting one for the end zone.
What Barry Switzer tell us, it's hog butchering time, and that's when these guys start to assert themselves.
Mid-November, 3rd and 5, and the goal attempt. He's 2 for 2. And he has an early hat trick. And if this were a fight...
Set by Erik Williams. He attacks Reggie White, hits him helmet to helmet, stops Reggie White in mid-stride as he's trying to go upfield. It's a beautiful job of mixing it up by Erik Williams. Reggie White on the right. Certainly in the twilight of his career, Erik Williams battling his own problems. Still not the player he was.
9-0 Cowboys. First down at the 48-yard line. Sanders in motion toward the inside. Emmitt Smith gets to the 50. He's one-on-one here with Newsome. 2nd down and 8 from the 50-yard line. Newsome still playing soft. The pass goes to the right. From the 40. Aikman throws at the 30-yard line. Johnston the fullback. Smith the tailback, and they give it to Emmitt. This time they're tighter on him, and Aikman comes up. 2nd and 8. Smith to the short side.
It's the Green Bay's offense has done nothing to this point.
3rd and 9. 3 receivers were set to the left, and Cowboys have it again at the 20-yard line. Smith. It's a formula. 2nd and 7. Smith over the middle, and the formula simply states that
getting back in this ball game.
3rd and 2, and this is Irvin from the 34-yard line. Aikman protected well again, and then throws. And Emmitt Smith.
Now that Kevin Williams is coming back.
3rd down and 4. Aikman buying time. Then throws, and it's 13. Clock down to 1:12. And Aikman guns it. It's Kevin Williams. Right now, he was shaken on the last play.
Here's Reggie working against Erik Williams. Williams comes up to the upper body with some good work, and Reggie White just goes to the ground.
Might have been well advised too, because Larry Allen was coming out there to help out Erik Williams.
Well, I'm not sure that Reggie White can remember the last time that he only had a single team block where one guy was on him for more than a play or two. This guy has been double teamed, triple teamed, quadruple teamed, and for good reason. But Reggie White facing a real challenge in the latter stages of the 1996 season, trying to find the old Reggie White.
First down, Sean Jones out, Gabe Wilkins in at the other end. The right end spot, and Aikman, three-man
Talented personnel. They've just been having to play too much.
Second and 10, and Moose Johnson field goes. Third down and 7 out from the 20-yard line. Aikman throws, it's caught as the tailback, and Johnson is the fullback out of the eye, and it's Emmett. To the extent they've limited them to 5 field goals and no touchdowns. Emmitt Smith picks up 3 to the 47, tackled by Butler. And Emmett tonight from the 48. And that's every other facet tonight. 15-0. Cowboys lead it. They have it first down at the 41-yard line. Aikman sets up, hits Moose Johnston
To maintain discipline and focus.
Second else.
Again, the big guys, and a good look at what would have been holding years ago, but now is just an accepted way of blocking.
Fritz Sherman, the defensive coordinator. You saw the deal there. Reggie White taking it to the inside, and Brian Williams looping to the outside, totally disrupting the run blocking of the Cowboys.
Third down and 6 now from the 45-yard line. Aikman throws in the third quarter. Emmitt Smith.
This big line leaning on them, pounding on them, working on them. This is when it starts to show. This is when the 330 and the 350-pound guys coming at you really starts to assert itself.
7.5 minutes left in the third. And that says it as well. Dallas at the 23. Aikman throws, 2nd and 1. 9-yard pickup on the last play. And Emmitt Smith, Frank Gifford, Dan Dierdorf, Lynn Swan. Dallas leading 15-0, and Emmitt Smith begins to
far and away the oldest offensive line in the league, as well as the biggest.
Second and
Weaver playing tight end.
3rd and 6.
Nice work by Dion.
Dion with a pair of catchers tonight for 14 yards. Swing pass. Emmitt Smith.
He's going to really start coming around here towards the end of the season.
2nd and 2. Johnston picks up a yard.
Illegal use of hands. Number 59 on a defense. Penalized 10 yards into the run. First down.
Aikman. Emmett. Flag thrown. 36-yard line. That might be a hold on Erik Williams.
Reggie White seems to think it is. Applauding the official.
Holding number 79 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Boy, this has been a war out there, though, Dan, all night long.
It's just fun to watch. Top of your screen, 79 is Williams. Reggie gives him the swim. Erik latches him to the inside and does a really valiant job of trying to make it not look like holding at the end by giving it the old swan dive in the upraised arms. He'd already held him prior to that.
He could have won an Emmy for that.
1st and 20 from the 44. And that's Smith. Dangerous pass, but he squirts out of trouble. Down in 12. Sherman Williams is now in the game. And Smith gets a blow. And Reggie loses the ball, but picks it back up. Reggie Smith knocked it loose. There's a flag down.
Holding number 53 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
George Kuntz on a 2nd and 12.
Remember the illegal use of hands against Wayne Simmons? There's Reggie just beating Erik Williams around the corner. He swats the ball right out of Troy Aikman's hands.
That's the ankle that's been bothering him.
Now Smith.
Well, the old straight-on guys, one of the last great ones.
Officially 39 yards away and
Pick up a first down.
2nd and 18. Williams. 3rd and 5. Aikman. San Francisco leads 17-0 in Dallas. Well, it's dubious whether they win that game at 17-0.
Some of their swagger. I think this is a team that all of a sudden is
Injuries. Look at what we went through this year.
but they started the year with more good football players than any other team in the league.
And here's the
We're going to kill the ball. I'm pretty good about not wanting to rub it in. This is a guy who gets a chance to do something really meaningful. I don't think Green Bay ought to take this the wrong way.
I don't think they should, but I think they will.
Well, that's their prerogative.
29-yard attempt.
They might not have been told this for a record.
And Boniol does it tonight. 5 in the first half and a pair here in the second.
Do we have a fight going on?
Yeah, well, they did take it the wrong way. Reggie White, Michael Irvin, Dion smiling. Michael explaining that, hey man, it's a record. You got to understand.
A whole lot of Green Bay Packers leaving the bench. That's if I were you guys, I'd be moseying back over towards the sidelines. No, they're upset about the field goal.
Sure.
Reggie White yelling at the fans in the stands. Reggie White is just screaming at the fans in the stands. I think it's best to just head up the tunnel and head home.
To the Cowboys bench was directed at Barry Switzer. Michael tell him, that's cool, man. Michael does get agitated, doesn't he?
Eric's saying, hey, Michael, I'll handle it. You know, get upset about.
35-yard line. Henderson breaks an Alan Campos tackle, and then a fight breaks out. And you could sense this coming at midfield.
Oh, this is really stupid. This is really stupid. And here we go. This is good. This is good. A lot of charities are going to benefit from this.
His best net points, which is like the number 4 thing down.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Oh, we got a flag.
And Favre launches one that winds up in Richardson. 2 bumps in the road the last 2 weeks.
Well, Mike Holmgren didn't appear to be interested in any extended conversation.
No.
Well, here you go.
Williams and White after a long night. And so it ends in Irving. 7 field goals by Boniol give Dallas a 21-6 win. Next week, Steelers, Dolphins from Miami. Until then, Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dan Deerdorf, Lynn Swan. Good night from Irving, Texas.